plan stopped him.
Champion of the world.
My goodness, this kid is patient. He has extreme punching power, and he has speed and timing. He is dynamic.
Light heavyweight champion of the world, Artur Beterbiev.
A shot from Bivol.
In each other with good shots there. Again, Bivol, that was lovely on the.
And the millions watching.
Shot from Bivol, isn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, and he's caught Bivol with a good shot. I think went in from Beterbiev. He knows he's connected with a good shot there. Bivol's on the back foot.
I thought it was a close fight, but I thought Dmitry won it.
On my scorecard and the way I see a fight, the way I score a fight, Bivol did enough to win. I think it was a close-ish fight, but he did enough to win. It's interesting as well because his corner men were saying to him, you need the knockout. You've got to get the knockout. Knock him out or you're going to lose the fight.
No one agreed. I couldn't find anyone ringside that had Artur Beterbiev winning that fight. I mean, how can you give Dmitry Bivol 4 rounds in that fight? It was an absolute masterclass. And by the way, no disrespect to Artur Beterbiev, because he's a tremendous fighter. He did not win that fight.
Did you see Artur Beterbiev, who is fighting Dmitry Bivol?
Yes.
He did a hammer workout on a tire where he hit a tire for an hour.
He did? For an hour? What?
He hit a tire for an hour with a sledgehammer.
Dagestanis are made of different.
He's Chechnya.
Is he Chechen?
But
mountain
Hamzat
people.
Chimaev, savage people.
Yeah.
And he's one of the scariest boxers of all time. The only fight that he had as a professional that went the distance is Bivol.
I know.
The only fight.
And did you see when Bivol would have
He was
his hands
19-0
up?
with 19 knockouts.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
When you have your hands up with him, he'll still concuss you.
Yeah.
He hits that hard. Shot,
yeah.
shot. Just basic too, like 1s and 2s, maybe a hook once in a while.
God damn, did they ruin that? That was terrible. That was one of the worst decisions I've ever seen in my life. God damn, that was ridiculous. It was one of those fights where you're like, wow, and then you see the decision, your jaw drops. You're like, what is this?
There's a great video where this boxer who was, a world-class boxer, who's a professional, got brought in to box Beterbiev. And his coach said to him, just do your best. He's like, do my best. I'm gonna fuck this dude up. And he goes, and he hit me. The first time he hit me, it was like nothing I'd ever experienced in my life. Like, it was almost like my body left me. And I was like, standing there.
That's your job, dude.
Beterbiev is hitting people too, like this.
Yeah.
It's all short. Yeah. Everything is short. And it's just
But he'll hit your arms.
Power.
But they'll hit your arms.
Oh, yeah.
He'll break your arms down. And then by
100%.
round 5, enjoy that shit.
Canelo does a lot of that. He does a lot of that. He smashes guys' arms.
I think
When
the best
guys
boxer
shell up with him.
Yeah.
You don't want that guy punching your arms. Well, I've always said that about look at his workouts with his wrists and fists.
Yeah, it's
And this is his warm up. Beterbiev is one of the craziest specimens because he's almost 40 years old too.
Yeah.
So he had this endurance fight with Bivol. So it's 12 rounds of super high pace. Very endurance.
Fight fans, welcome back to Luxury Tainments. One of the most anticipated boxing events of 2025 takes place on Saturday, February 22nd, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The fight card, dubbed The Last Crescendo, features 7 title fights. At the top of the card is a must-see rematch. In that matchup, Artur Beterbiev puts his undisputed light heavyweight championship on the line against the man he took the WBA title from in October via a majority decision, Dmitry Bivol. When Beterbiev and Bivol first met, Beterbiev sported a 20-0 record and was coming off a January 2024 technical knockout win over Callum Smith. With that victory, Beterbiev retained the WBC, IBF and WBO light heavyweight titles. Meanwhile, Bivol, who was 23-0, had retained his WBA belts with a June 2024 technical knockout victory over Malik Zinad. The betting odds at the time had Bivol as the favorite to defeat Beterbiev, who was listed as the betting underdog. At the time, both men were ranked inside the pound-for-pound top 10 list. When the 12-round fight ended, the light heavyweight division had its first undisputed champion since Roy Jones Jr. ruled the division between 1999 and 2002. The fight ended with Beterbiev earning the decision with scorecards of 115 to 113, 116 to 112, and 114. It was the first time in his career that Beterbiev had not earned a victory via knockout. After the fight, Beterbiev said, "I wanted to box today with more quality. I don't know why, but I didn't like this fight. But I'll be better one day. If His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh wants the rematch, then we can do it." Dmitry Bivol said, "I am aware I have to do everything perfect. I don't have any explanation because it could look like excuses. I just give congratulations to Artur and his team. He deserves it, no problem. I just have time to make another decision for my future." When asked if he wanted a rematch, Bivol responded, "Why not? If I have this chance, yes, this is my dream to be undisputed." Callum Smith spoke with Luxurytainment, who has faced both men, losing to Bivol as an amateur, and Beterbiev in 2024 title fight offered his opinion on the upcoming rematch. They're both very good fighters. I think that showed in the first fight. It was very hard to split them. I've seen a lot favoured Beterbiev, a lot favoured Bivol. A draw probably a fair result, but I don't know, I just think second time around, they obviously know each other well. I just don't know if the time keeps going on, it favours Bivol a little bit more. He's younger, he's fresher. Artur Beterbiev. We keep saying it, but he can't keep just going on. That last fight was the toughest of his career. It'll be interesting to see how much that has taken out of him. Is he finally gonna look his age? I don't know. It's going to be another really close fight and tough to pick. That's what some say. But if I have to side with one, I'd side with Beterbiev and via a knockout in the 10th round. And here are my reasons. On one side, we have the wrecking machine, Artur Beterbiev, a relentless pressure fighter with a terrifying near 100% knockout ratio. On the other hand, the master technician, Dmitry Bivol, a defensive wizard with elite footwork and precision. Beterbiev is a nightmare in the ring. His power is unmatched. Every punch lands with bad intentions, breaking opponents down round by round. His relentless pressure forces mistakes, and when he smells blood, it's over. Devastating knockout power, relentless pressure, breaks opponents down physically and mentally. Bivol, on the other hand, is a definition of technical mastery. His footwork and defense makes him one of the hardest fighters to hit cleanly. He neutralized Canelo Alvarez with precise counterpunching and ring IQ. If anyone can avoid Beterbiev's bombs, it's him. High ring IQ and elite defense, excellent footwork and stamina, precise counterpunching. But no fighter is perfect. Beterbiev can be hit. He's been dropped before. If Bivol sticks and moves, he can frustrate the powerhouse. But here's the problem. Bivol lacks knockout power. Can he keep Beterbiev off him for 12 rounds? That's a tall order. Beterbiev's defense isn't flawless. Bivol doesn't have knockout power to keep him at bay. Dmitry Bivol will put up a brilliant fight. Slick movement, sharp counters. But by round 10, Beterbiev's power will wear him down. A brutal combination will break through, and the referee will have no choice but to stop it.
I'm very pumped for that fight because Bivol is so goddamn good too. What he did to Canelo, like no one's ever done that Canelo. And I was like standing there.
That's your job, dude.
Beterbiev is hitting people too like this.
Yeah.
It's all short. Yeah. Everything is short. And it's just
but he'll hit your arms.
Power.
But they'll hit your arms.
Oh yeah.
He'll break your arms down. And then by 100%. So round 5, enjoy that shit.
Canelo does a lot of that. He does a lot of that. He smashes guys' arms.
I think the best boxer
shell up with him.
Yeah.
You don't want that guy punching your arms. Well, I've always said that about look at his workouts with his wrists and fists.
Yeah, that's
and this is his warm up. Beterbiev is one of the craziest specimens because he's almost 40 years old too. Yeah. So he had this endurance fight with Bivol. So it's 12 rounds of super high pace, very endurance heavy, and he was the one that was dominating at the last rounds.
Correct.
I'm very pumped for that fight because Bivol is so goddamn good too. What he did to Canelo, like no one's ever done that Canelo.
I think the best fighter, I think you can make an argument for certainly top 3 fighters of all time is Usyk.
Yes.
I think he's incredible.
Incredible.
I mean, I've watched every one of his fights. That dude is on such a different level.
And he's smaller than everybody.
He's fighting giants.
He's fighting giants.
When you're fighting a guy who's 60 pounds heavier with 10-ounce, 12-ounce gloves, it makes such a world of difference.
Especially when the guy, Anthony Joshua, you know?
But please understand, Usyk fought at, I think, 75 when he started out. He's not a big frame guy.
He's like 225, 230 as a heavyweight.
220, not
even
230.
not big. Not big,
and that's a lot of...
By the way, that was Tyson's weight when he was in his prime, too.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for that, because a 220-pound man like Mike Tyson can knock out any human being that's ever lived.
Yeah, your job.
The amount of power he can generate is insane. So then you have the speed of being only 220 pounds instead of 290. You know, or like, remember when Andy Ruiz fought Joshua the second time and he got real fat?
Yeah.
So sad. Yeah. Because, like, you had a real chance of, like, carving out a legacy.
Ladies and gentlemen, expect fireworks. Beterbiev versus Bivol will be a war. But in the end, the beast will feast in the 10th round. So guys, who do you think wins this fight? Drop your predictions in the comment section below. And have a great day. And don't forget, keep the gloves up.